Hello and welcome to Videojug. My name's Selector and I'm from humanbeatbox.com. In this video I'm going to show you how to hum and then sing inside a beat. Now that sounds very complicated, but what it actually is you're fooling your audience into thinking, with the singing, you're fooling your audience into thinking that you're singing and beating at exactly the same time, when you're not always exactly doing that. When you're humming, you are in fact humming at exactly the same time as the beatboxing, and that's what I'm going to cover first. So obviously, to do this, you need to be able to beatbox 3 noises, these 3 noises, snare, hi-hat and kick drum. Obviously you can incorporate other noises into it if you wish, but those are the 3 you need to kind of get down, and you need to learn those noises to a point when they become what's called in beatboxing a dry noise, like a dry kick, a dry snare. So you need to be able to first of all breathe through it, through your nose. So if you start breathing through your nose, keep your mouth open and make sure there's no air coming out of your mouth. When you can do this, start learning to make the kick drum noise with that breathing carrying on. When you can do this, again, the hi-hat. And then, hardest of all, the snare. And when you can do this, you can start learning to hum through it. So first of all, start humming, I don't know, your favourite tune, anything you like to hum. And then once you've got this down, obviously it's not difficult, open your mouth and continue to hum. Nothing should be coming out of your mouth. So, okay? So, I don't know. Once you've mastered the humming, you can start to think about emceeing or singing inside a beat. The reason I showed humming first is because although it is possible to sing in a beat without learning to hum and beatbox, it doesn't sound anything like as fluid. When you're making the beat noises, you need to think about which words are going to fit in with each noise. Razel, the famous beatboxer, uses "If Your Mother Only Knew." Now, this is a very famous song, and it's such a fantastic example of singing in a beat because all the sounds have a similar shape to his mouth when he's actually singing the words. He uses "if" as the first word because kick drum, B, doesn't interfere with the vowel if, I. So, if, that's easy enough. That shouldn't be a problem for anybody. Now, it gets a bit harder when he starts putting snare drums into it, so this noise, because he says, "If your mother only knew." If your mother only knew. He says, "If your mother, mother," because the snare drum starts a bit like mother. Mother. It's almost other, but mother, because you're humming mother. You're humming through, and when you open out to the singing, it sounds like an M. It's very clever. So, if your mother. Then when you start singing, for example, only, you need to hum through most of the word. So you start oh, so that makes the main part of the word, but then you only knew. Because when you're humming, as we've already shown before, you can do a lot of sounds. So, for example. So the whole thing together. If your mother only knew. Work on that. If you're going to pick out other songs from the charts and stuff, I can't, unfortunately, for copyright reasons. If you're going to pick out other songs from the charts, just make sure that you think about the noises you're making with the drums and the beats before you just think, oh, I'll just do that song, because it might not work. So think, now what could really fit in there? Because that's what makes the best songs to beatbox to. Okay, I hope this has helped you learn to sing or hum in a beat. Keep beatboxing, keep practicing. If your mother only knew.